Hey, what's up guys and gals? This is John from the Gun Discovery Channel, the GDC. Back again to talk about knives. Knives are something that I'm really new to. I mean, if you thought I was new with guns, this is like completely brand new territory for me as well. And it just seems like the more involved I get in the gun community, there's all these other sort of interests that sort of are tangential to the gun community in terms of gear. I don't consider myself to be all that tactical of a guy. I don't really need to be. I'm living in a very urban environment. But some of this stuff is just fun and cool. And so, knives. Well, last year for Christmas, 2009, Kat's brother got me this knife. This is long before I was ever into guns. And all I know about it is that it's a Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops. And I believe that's Series 1. It opens like that. You know, it's got the thumb stud here. I don't know anything about the kind of steel that it uses, and I know that's like a major specification that people are interested in. But it does say on there, and I don't know if you can see it too well, first production run. So I don't know if they continued to make any more of these, but you know, I'll be honest with you, I kind of let this sit on my nightstand for a long time and only used it whenever I needed to open packages or things like that. But then the more I started getting into guns and I see people talking about their everyday carry gear, I started carrying this knife. And it's got a nice clip, very sturdy. But you can see here I did lose one of the screws. One of the screws that tightens the clip in there. I've lost one of them, so now I have to be very careful to make sure the rest of these stay tight. But this has been a very good knife for me. It needs to be sharpened, and I don't know the first thing about sharpening knives. It's, you know, a straight blade. So that's something else that I'm going to be looking into, is how to sharpen knives, you know, at home, because I don't really want to send this out to a service and have it done when I could learn to do it myself. So it's got a little what do you call this, a frame lock maybe. Anyway, it's very sturdy. I mean, there's no way that this is going to come down on you. And it's been very useful. It's got a nice sort of ergonomic handle here, so it's very comfortable to hold, and I've got very large hands, so I'm guessing this is probably, I don't know, a 3-inch blade. Again, I don't have the specs for it. I don't have the owner's manual for this knife anymore. When I got it, I thought it was just a nice little pocket knife. I wasn't really, you know, into knives at the time, so I do know that it's made in China, okay, but aside from that, it's been a very good knife, and I've been carrying this very religiously for about the last 3 months. Okay, so that is my Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops knife, and been very durable. So back in November, when I went to a gun show, and after having seen lots of videos on YouTube with, you know, other guys talking about their knives, I knew that Kershaw was a good brand. And I just figured, you know what, it's the time to, you know, maybe start a little bit of a knife collection and start learning more about it. So I picked up this Kershaw knife. And I wanted to make this my everyday carry. And I actually wanted to unbox it, so I've been like saving it for a long time. You know, I wanted to do an unboxing video. But this is the Kershaw Shallot, and it's black. And what I like about it, that it's made in the United States. Can you see that? Made in the United States, but printed in China, so, you know, whatever. So this knife was developed by a guy named Ken Onion, and maybe those of you who are more familiar with this guy, feel free to comment and supplement what I'm about to tell you. But there's a whole line of knives by Kershaw that were designed by this guy Ken Onion, and because of his last name, the family of knives all have an onion name. For instance, this is the Kershaw Shallot. There is also a small Kershaw Chive, a more medium-sized Kershaw Scallion, and then I think there's one larger than this, and the Kershaw Leek, I believe, is what it is. Anyway, so what's really cool about this knife, I liked it, is that it has this little spring-assisted opening lever right here. Kershaw calls this the speed safe technology, so it makes for a real easy open. It's just a small amount of pressure on that, and the blade just comes right out. Now this one, as you can see, is a little bit larger, knife, and because of the serrations, you actually probably get a little bit longer surface area. But the blade itself is maybe 4 inches long. And I love this matte black finish. This is so cool looking. I have to admit, I do sort of like that tactical look to things, and I don't know why, but I do. And this is really cool. I'm about to expose something that is, I think, pretty cool, but at the same time, it's kind of a bummer for me right now. The clip. I don't know. I hope that comes out. I damaged the clip. I had this in my pocket, actually my back pocket, and as I was going to sit down in a chair, this got caught on the arm of the chair or the back or something, and it just sprung out. And it's on there very, very sturdy with just 2 screws. Anyway, this thing is just now not able to go in the pocket anymore, and so I had to kind of put it aside. But here's what's cool. This is the cool thing about Kershaw. I got on their website, and I went to customer service, and I wrote them just a little brief email that said, here's what I did. Is there a way you can send me a replacement clip, and also, let me know how much it is, and here's my address. Within 1 day, they wrote back to me, and they said, we're sending out your part. Should be in the mail in the next day or two. And there's no charge. And in addition to that, they also gave me instructions for how to do the replacement. They advised me to use like a Loctite so that the screws won't back out. And I just thought that was really, really cool customer service from Kershaw. So I'm giving that in itself like really, really high ratings, especially for somebody who's new to knives, right? I mean, I could have had a really poor customer service experience, and that would have turned me off from, this brand. And I know that there's lots of other good brands out there, Spyderco and Cold Steel, none of which I own yet, but maybe someday. But I got to tell you, my first experience with Kershaw was very, very positive. Okay, one of the features of this knife is that this pocket clip is reversible, so you can move it, undo it from here and screw it in down here so that you have, I guess you can put it in your pocket with the tip end facing up. I don't like that. I like it just how it comes, like this. And then the frame lock is very easy. You can do it with one hand. As I demonstrate it with 2, but what I'm just trying to show you is that you can get the blade free with one hand. So I'm still learning, how to manipulate this knife and whatever, but I love it. This is really, really cool. So I just wanted to show you guys that and invite your comments. So, all right. Hey, thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll catch you next time.